So I'm pretty much convinced that this movie was made specifically for me. Like, there were two guys in the studio or whatever, and they were like, hey, there's this guy Jack, he runs this YouTube channel, let's make a movie, just for him. Like, something that he will absolutely love. Because seriously, it kind of feels like that. And then they were probably like, you know, he runs this YouTube channel, maybe, like, we can get some traction for the movie. Some more people will go see it. That's unlikely. But seriously, some movies just really strike a chord with you, and this movie did just that for me. Seriously, this movie is to die for. I said to die for. Because I love these sorts of movies that are like these specific comedy horror ones. Like, I'm talking these specific ones. They go more meta, they're more geeky, they delve into the conventions of these sorts of movies, and are just a lot funnier than just going for the slapstick and kind of simple stuff like that. I'm talking movies like Cabin in the Woods, The Final Girls, and the obvious choice, Shaun of the Dead. Happy Death Day 2U definitely fits into that genre. This movie mixes tones so perfectly. It goes from very, very light and funny to dark and mysterious, all while keeping up with this science fiction based story and being in this like time loop kind of thing, which is another reason it felt like it was exactly for me. I love stuff like that. That's so cool. So if you've not seen the first, I would say that you'd probably want to, because although it's probably not super necessary, it does delve deeper into the characters that you're already supposed to know, and there is a bit of a recap, but I don't know, there's probably some gaps in knowledge there. It's probably better to experience it as a sequel. And anyway, like, you should watch the first because it's great. This sequel is just as good, which is saying a lot considering I was highly anticipating this. But that being said though, I wasn't entirely convinced at first that this was necessary. I didn't really think that Happy Death Day needed a sequel. Like, you know, the story was kind of wrapped up. It didn't feel like there was really that much to do anymore. But you know what? Hi, I'm Jack, and I can be wrong sometimes. That's a possibility. I'm serious. I can be wrong. Happy Death Day 2U proves that there was more to be told with the story, even if it didn't feel like there was prior. This definitely has potential to be an ongoing franchise, and you know, with rumors of a third, I really just want this to become like an old school classic kind of horror movie where there's gonna be like 13 entries of this thing. Blumhouse, please, make that happen. I will pay you. Now, talking to fans of the first, this is fairly different. It drops the horror aspect quite heavily. This is really barely a horror movie, despite the posters and stuff looking like it's very much in vein of the first. It's not. It's more of a sci-fi adventure, but I was very okay with that, because even though it's different, it definitely stays true to itself. It doesn't feel like it's too big a jump. It doesn't feel like it's unnatural. This makes sense. I mean, it could have just been the same thing over, but I'm really happy it wasn't, because we saw that. That's done. And so this is something new, but with the same characters, with the same storyline, and it's just kind of cool. Ultimate dimensions were at play here. That excited the hell out of me. I love that kind of stuff. Something that was really cool about that was that there were so many possibilities for this movie. This felt like a movie that could have gone in any way. And just think of the potential for if they do make more movies and where they could go. And I'm really excited for that. I'm low-key super excited. Maybe not even low-key. I'm super excited for a number 3 and maybe so on, maybe more, 4 or 5, come on. I just think that this is a really clever movie, so not in a show-offy way. Like, no one looks at Happy Death Day and they're like, whoa, smart, that is smart. Wicked smart. But it's there is brilliance there is some genius behind this, and it's all in its moving parts. Like, it's crazy how the same film can feature a girl starring in this comedic suicide montage, but then can also make me feel for her and question honest things about her life in others, and also make me question the bigger picture and like, how the time travel works and how can she get herself out of this. Another thing that this film and its predecessor had a lot going for it were its actors, and everybody's great, but the main highlight here is of course the lead, Jessica Rothy? I don't know how to say it. It's one of them. And I think she's great. She's got so much character and a crazy amount of acting ability. Something she really nails though is her facial expressions. Like when she's acting pissed off or sarcastic, like just has me in hysterics. She has such a cartoony sort of face. It really fits the tone, and I don't know. I enjoyed that. But she's also able to pull off some actual character moments and really makes you feel for her character and buy into her predicaments. I just think the actor deserves to be in heaps more. Happy Death Day 2U is nothing short of excellent, and I think it's super underrated. I love that it's not afraid to be silly, meta, and bold. Seriously, this is an energetic and colourful ride. It also has you buying into the character's motivations, and every setback that goes along the way feels frustrating as it does exciting. You really want these characters to succeed. Happy Death Day to You is funny and whimsical and contains genuinely brilliant writing. I really didn't want it to end. I was looking at the time as it was going along, as it was feeling like it was maybe getting to the end, and I'm like, no! Don't end. Here's hoping that the third is definitely happening and that it holds up to the last two, because I would love Happy Death Day as a trilogy. I would find myself rewatching that all the time. I impatiently await for more. Alright, so like, subscribe, do that stuff, share. That's the big one that I want to push, hopefully. I don't know. See ya!